Yo, 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 what's going on? I always say yo, 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 what's going on? But pretty much, yes, I have my hands on the wheel, SIBA on. Shout out to everybody out there making it happen. Shout out to all the people who are, progressing in whatever they're doing, who don't care, who are suffering not from the pain of regret, but the pain of discipline. And that's very powerful. So, yeah, I'm in the car. It'll kind of flutter a little bit. But I wanted to make this video pretty much. I wanted to go live because I wanted to. Here, let me share this to a group. Basically, I wanted to. Dang. I wanted to ask you, right? I wanted you to ask yourself, and I wanted to, pretty much, cap how your year is going to go, right? Your year is going to go either two ways. 2019 for you is going to go two ways. It's either going to be successful, or it's either going to be unsuccessful, right? Based on whatever you feel like your success is. And in my opinion, what's going to determine the amount of success that you have, or the amount of success that you want, or the amount of success, that happens in your life is how many L's you take, right? Or L's, whichever which way you see that. And when I talk about L's, I'm not talking about taking losses, because there is no such thing as a loss in life unless you don't take that and you don't learn from it. So we got to understand is that everything, every day that you put out, everything that you do, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. The more successful people are going to take L's a little bit more. And we're going to call it a loss. But in reality, it's just a lesson, because if you can learn from that lesson, and if you can learn from that quote-unquote loss that the world may see, then you'll come up 10, 20 times bigger later on down the line. And this year, I've already taken L's. It's only February, and I've already taken about 3 or 4 L's. But guess what? I'm not upset, and I'm not going to let that cloud what I really think about what I'm doing and kind of my journey, my process, because at the end of the day, I understand that it is needed. I understand that an L is needed in order to get to that next level. Without learning from a lesson, you will never push past the next level. There's levels every step of the way, and there's always resistance. Every level you try to hit, every level you try to amass to, it's always resistance. There's always resistance, and you're only gonna push through the resistance by taking L's, right? It's like when you learn to walk, when you learn to crawl, when you learn to walk, when you learn to crawl, when you learn to ride a bike. Before you run, you have to learn how to crawl first. You have to crawl, and then you have to try to walk. What happens when a baby tries to walk? They start to fall. But a baby never says, I'm never going to walk, I'm going to crawl. No, they get back up. Mama, dada, mama, dada, mama, dada. And they keep trying to walk until finally, mom and dad are at the other side of the room, and the baby then walks by themselves to where they are. That's resistance, but they push through that resistance. The next step is when you try to run. When a baby tries to run, they fall. Same thing. It's like riding a bike. I remember when I was a kid and I had to ride training wheels at first, right? Because I couldn't ride a regular bike. It's not that I quit and then I can't ride a bike, I'm not going to try it. No. Once I took my training wheels off, I kept riding the bike until my muscles, until my mind, until my memory allowed me to learn how to ride that bike. I fell a lot. I ran into parked cars, all that crazy stuff. But I didn't quit. I just used it not as a loss, but as a lesson. So every day, no matter what you're doing, you're gonna quote unquote lose to the world. But in your head, you have to understand that that's a learning lesson, and you gotta bounce back. You gotta bounce back. Every single time I try to bounce back. And I try to come back 10 times harder, just because I internally internalize that lesson, and I learn from it. Whatever you're doing now may not work 6 months from now. You just have to adapt. You have to learn. You have to process that information just to get it right. The people who win at the end of the day, the people who win, and the people, right? The people who win long term, they lose the most. And I'm not talking about taking the same L over and over again. That doesn't make any sense. You're not doing something right. But it's all right. I'm gonna try this. All right, it doesn't really work out. Let me not maybe not change it completely. Let me just alter it to what I know, and to what I know, what I want it to be, but also to what works. Let me alter it, and then in a sense, I can tweak it and make it better. That's all life is about. Life is about just tweaking. Life is about going harder. Life is about, all right, I tried one thing, it didn't work out. Let me try it again, but a different way. All right, that worked out a little bit, but not to how I felt like it was going to work out. Let me try it again in another way. That's 3 times now. Well, all right, I'm seeing progress, and I'm seeing resistance to that next level. Well, I want to try to get to another level, so you know what I'm going to do? Let me tweak it and learn another way. So life is all about lessons. Every single point in my life has come with a lesson. I take losses to the world every day, every week, every month, every year. But I'm constantly growing and I'm constantly getting better. And that's all you can ask for yourself. Use L's not as a bad thing, but as a good thing in the terms of changing your mindset to realize that, you know what, that's just a resistance. That's a bump in the road. All you have to do then is tweak it a little bit, and then you will get the success that you want. Just by sticking with it. Just by altering it. And that's all you have to do. Keep getting up, keep fighting, keep motivating, keep aspiring, keep inspiring, keep being a light in other people's darkness. Because all you're going to do 5, 10, 20 years down the line, you're just going to be even that much more successful. And trust me, I'm nowhere where I want to be. I'm not where I want to be, but I know that every single day that I take a step towards my success and learn from my lessons, it's going to happen for me, and it will happen for you.